Hi, welcome. I'm Ashley Schrader. This is a Hi, welcome. I'm Ashley Schrader. This is a Hey, welcome. I'm Ashley Schrader. Today we're going to work on hollowbacks. I don't want you to be intimidated when I say that word. Really, it's just opening the thoracic spine, and you're going to feel so nice and free and spacious after this class. To set up, we're going to start with two blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you could grab a couple of like big fat books and then overlay like a towel or a nice soft pillow on top. Um, we're gonna set the furthest block away at the highest level. So I've got my block here on level 3. So that's gonna be your highest stack if you're using makeshift blocks at home. And then the other block is gonna be on level 2. For this one, if you don't have blocks, you might consider rolling up a towel. That can be nice. But essentially the top line of this block here is gonna align with the bottom tip of my shoulder blade. So go ahead and grab your props. And you'll kind of figure out the way this feels good just through experimentation and kind of finagling the block around. Um, I feel like my head is supported, and my shoulders can relax, and that I could be here for the next few minutes. Rather than taking like a Kanasana with some big external rotation in the hips, let's go for internal rotation. So take the feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees in. So anytime we're doing big, spacious back bends, we want to avoid or really try to minimize that tendency to just like compensate by externally rotating at the hips. So that's just going to dump it all into our low back. So keeping that intention, draw the knees in, and allow the breath to just be natural. You'll decide what you want to do with the arms. The more perpendicular they are to the torso, the more stretch you're going to get there across the chest and the pectorals. And just notice the ability to surrender, the ability to be supported by the ground beneath you. Can be a little bit of a challenge. And we'll use the block that is at the posterior rib cage to help find expansion at the front and the sides of the chest. So go ahead and just start to deepen the breath. And on that inhale, you can fill up the rib cage, but also fill up the abdomen. And then on the exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine and get a little bit of lower abdominal engagement. The inhales will start to get longer so that the length is about the same as the exhales. Can you tune into your ability to just be present here? And the movement, the expansion, the contraction of the breath is the anchor for the mind. And then just reach the arms up overhead and extend the legs long and maintain that internal rotation by taking the big toes together to touch so that you feel like your groin turn on. And then when you reach the arms up overhead, you could take Kali Mudra in the hands, so interlacing the fingers with the pointers extended, or you could grab opposite elbows, whatever feels better for you. What I want you to do is connect to the rooting action in the legs and the lower abdomen. So that is your anchor, your stability. And then allow the heart to kind of melt open even more. Remember, at the bottom of every exhale, you're really connecting to Uddiyana Bandha. So that's that action of the navel drawing in. So when we make this shape upside down, we're going to remember what this feels like. Good. Go ahead and walk the feet in one at a time. And you could grab the edges of the mat and use your forearms. You could roll to one side or just kind of press yourself up and get the blocks and move them towards the front of the mat. And you can put the blocks about shoulder width distance apart. And we'll, before we do anything, just take a few cat-cows. So slide the hands underneath the shoulders, and then on the inhale, find some expansion here across the chest. And then on the exhale, we'll round out the spine, take the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, find the expansion. Exhale, round it out. Good. Stay here and inhale. Fill up the back of the rib cage. Good. And then on the exhale, find the back bend. Inhale, fill up the posterior lungs. And then exhale, open up. One more. Inhale, back body full. Exhale. Neutral spine, look forward. Slide the elbows to the tops of the blocks. Press the palms together and then drop the head through. Be active as you press the elbows down, and that's going to turn on the lats. So when we do hollow back shapes, we really want to stay engaged and not just completely like soften into our flexibility. We want to be active and hold strength as we open. Good. One more here. Good. Gently press the elbows down, come up, move the blocks away, out of the way, and slide on back to child's pose. Walk the fingertips forward, root the seat back into the heels, and then slowly curl the spine forward on the inhale. Press into the fingertips and suction the palms up. And then exhale, come back down into child's pose. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, slide up, activate the fingers. Exhale, bring it back down. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring it back. Tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal the feet out if that feels good, or take movements that just feel like natural and kind of indulgent to the body. And that movement there is still connected to breath. On the next inhale, shift the shoulders forward into plank. You know, you could always lower the knees for plank. And then exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, curl the spine forward, look forward, lower the knees, the chest, and the chin to the mat. Keep the elbows in by the rib cage, the navel draws in. Take the spine and curl it so that the pelvis drops as the chest lifts. Exhale, lower back down. And do that again. Inhale, lift the chest. This time, really retract the shoulders. On the exhale, lower back down, tuck the toes under. Next inhale, we press right up into plank. Again, you can keep the knees down. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and look forward. Slowly step forward to the top of the mat. Take the feet about hip width distance apart and just drape the torso over the thighs. You can catch opposite elbows if that feels good. Really root now through the legs. So like press the feet down and out laterally. And they're not going to move, but you're going to feel your hips and your glutes turn on. And then release whatever bind you have in the arms. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Eventually, we stand tall, palms face forward, the tops of the ears lift up and back. This palms will press at the heart and just start to rub the palms together vigorously, build some heat, and then take those palms right to the chest. Watch that transfer of heat, of energy as it moves through the physical body and maybe wakes up something energetically. Can you consider how you might use more spaciousness in the heart, more connection to the heart? Fill up on breath, inhale. Out the mouth, let it go. Good. On the next inhale, open the eyes, reach the arms up and look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, big swan dive, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, shoulders draw back away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Big inhale to rise. Use the backs of the legs to get there. Exhale, use the space around you, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, step it back to plank. Inhale here, traction the toes forward, press the heels back. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Pelvis down, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the spine longer as you lower back down. Take the hands out, our arms out wide. So you've got like this T shape here in the body. Press the right palm down and then start to roll over onto the right side. The left foot might find the floor behind you. Press the left fingertips down. Inhale, lift the chest, pull it over towards the left. And then maybe that left knee starts to point up. Like I said before, activate the right arm. So don't soften into flexibility, build strength at the end of your range of motion. You could stay, you could take the sole of the right foot down, press the right knee up for 2. Use the breath, 1. Slide it on back, straighten out the right leg, roll back to prone. Take the left arm out wide. Same idea, roll onto the left side, continue to ground the left arm, be active in the left chest. Press the right fingertips down. Inhale, lift the chest, pick it up, move it over to the right. Maybe that right knee points up. Maybe the left knee points up. For 2. 1 more. Bring it back to center. Take the hands back underneath the shoulders, back by the floating ribs, actually. Take the hands further back and really squeeze the elbows in. Tuck the toes under on the next inhale. Find chaturanga, low push-up. Remember, you can keep the knees down. Plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. On the next inhale, lift both heels up high. Exhale, slide those heels over to the right. Bend the knees a little bit. Stay here on the next inhale. Shoot the shoulders forward. Reach the left arm forward. Use the back of the right shoulder to stabilize. Exhale, bend the knees. Left hand returns. Swivel the heels back to center. Reground. Inhale, heels lift. Swivel to the left. Bend the knees. Hang here. Enjoy the side body stretcher. Inhale, shoulders forward. Reach the right arm forward. Vashisthasana variation. Bend the knees. Right palm returns. Send the hips and the heels back to center. On the next inhale, heels up, knees bend, look forward, slowly step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, reach the arms up. Just go right back into it. Big fold forward. Halfway inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, your vinyasa. If you want chaturanga this time, remember to keep the elbows squeezing in by the rib cage. If you took chaturanga, upward facing dog is an option. The hips will lift and the legs will be really strong. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we meet. Take the hands and walk them back about 3-4 inches, and then take them out as wide as the mat. Grab a hold of the edges of the mat, so really grip, and then bend the knees and start to press the chest back towards the thighs. My navel draws in, I inhale, fill up, out the mouth, let it go. One more of those, big inhale, out the mouth. Slowly return the hands back to shoulder width. On the next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway inhale. Exhale, fold. Big inhale to rise, reach the arms up. Exhale, press the palms together, heart center. Toe heel the feet together. Drop the hips low, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let it go, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, navel in. Exhale, palms plant, maybe a little air time this time. Step or float back, vinyasa. Upward facing. Downward facing dog on the exhale. On the next inhale, right leg lifts. On the exhale, right knee taps right tricep, shoulders forward. Inhale, sends the right leg up and back. Exhale, cross it over, right knee to left. Inhale, sends the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot between the hands, spin the left heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. You've got 2 breaths here. Look down. Do the right toes point directly forward? Can you see the inside of the right foot? Is the right knee stacked over the right ankle? Draw the right thigh, firm it in. You got 1 more breath here. Maybe the gaze shifts up. On the exhale, hands plant to frame the right foot. Any vinyasa you want. We meet back in downward facing dog. Other side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, sends the left leg up. Exhale, cross it over, left knee to right. Can you get it above the elbow? Inhale, sends the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands, spin the right heel down. Inhale, take it on up, warrior one. Look down if this is a new shape for you. Make sure the foot is pointing forward. Make sure the knee is stacked. Are the ribs hugging in? 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands plant, frame the foot, vinyasa. We're going to flow through a couple warrior ones. Just 1 breath at the top. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, round out the upper back, make some space, then step the right foot forward, left heel down. Just 1 inhale to rise, flow through it. Exhale, hands plant, frame the foot. Maybe step the front foot halfway back, catch a little air time, then bend the elbows, chaturanga. Right side into left side, take your time. You'll step the left foot forward. You'll take a big inhale to rise. You'll let that exhale last the entire way down. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose. Out the mouth, let it go. On the next inhale, heels up, knees bend, look forward, step or float to the top. Halfway inhale. Exhale, fold. Toe heel the feet together, drop the hips, reach the arms up. Interlace fingers behind the back, press palms together. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, take torso to thighs. Stay here or lift the heels for 3. Squeeze the inner thighs together, lift the navel for 2. Exhale, let it go, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. On the next inhale, send the right leg up and back. On the exhale, knee in towards the nose. Keep the shoulders over the wrist. Externally rotate the right hip. Right ankle presses into left lower thigh. Flex the right toes back. Bend the left knee. Press the hips back in this figure 4 shape. Inhale, sends the right leg up. Exhale, cross the right knee over to the left tricep, kick the right foot to the left, drop the right hip, lift the chest like upward facing dog. Okay, start to push, push, push the ground away as the hips lift. Spin the left heel over to the right. Press the sole of the left foot down, pick the right foot up, land the right ankle to the left lower thigh. Bend the left knee and reach the left arm up. Inhale. Good. On the exhale, reach the left arm forward, big side body stretch. Left palm grounds, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Spin the left heel down. This time we open up warrior two. So check in. I got my right knee stacked over my right ankle. I've got my arms reaching long. I'm really engaged across my inner thighs. Set the gaze to right middle finger once you know the right knee is in a safe place. Good. From here, bend the right elbow and take the right palm to face away from you. The back of the right hand presses into the low back. Drop into this extended side angle variation. So you'll reach the right elbow to the inside of the right thigh and reach the left arm up. Press the right elbow forward, lift the chest, actively press the right leg and the right forearm into each other as you reach the left arm forward. Big internal rotator stretch. One more here. Inhale brings us up, warrior two, flip the right palm, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Good. Next inhale takes us up, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the right foot, pick it up, send the right leg up and back. Keep that leg lifted, just lower the elbows to the mat underneath the inner shoulder. Put a little bend in your left knee, drop your gaze and start to press your heart back, back, back. Maybe the hips lift. You could hop the left toes in a little more. Keep pressing the heart back for two. One more. Press both hands down, vinyasa. Or skip it. I'd say we could definitely skip it if we want. Our shoulders are probably warm. Other side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Keep the plank shape, externally rotate left ankle to right lower thigh. Flex the left toes as you send the hips back and bend the right knee. One more here. Inhale sends the left leg up. Exhale, cross it over. Left knee to right tricep. Kick the left foot over to the right. Slide it on down. Left hip lands. Chest lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Push, push, push the palms down into the mat. Pick the left foot up as you spin the right heel down. Find that figure four shape, but it's kind of spun on its side. My right knee bends. My right arm reaches up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the right arm forward. Send the hips back even more. Push through the palm of the left hand. Inhale sends the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot forward. Open up warrior two, left side. Check the left foot. Check the left knee. Same thing every time. If you've been doing this pose for a while and you know your structure is sound, then I want you to feel something new. So explore the inner thighs, explore the left glute, explore the back of the right leg. Tons of options. One more here. Okay, same idea. Left hand behind the back, drop the left elbow to the inside of the left thigh, reach the right arm up. Now use your counter force here. Keep pressing the left elbow forward, and then use that counter of the left leg to find a greater stretch. Reach the right arm forward, get into the side body a little bit here. Inhale brings us up, warrior two, flip the left palm, come up and back, reverse warrior. Next inhale takes us up back to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. You know where we're going. Left leg lifts up and back. Look down. Lower the elbow. Slow motion to land underneath the shoulders. Drop the gaze. Press the heart back. You could hop the right toes in. Press the heart back for three. Breath for two. Soften the face for one. Push into the hands. Look forward. Shoot the heart forward. Vinyasa. Upward. Downward facing dog. Let's get rid of a little heat here. Fill up on breath. Out the mouth. Good. On the next inhale, let's lift heels, bend knees, look forward, step or float to the top. Halfway. Fold. Toe heel to feet, hip width distance. Take your peace fingers, hook them around the big toes. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, drop in. Take the inner shoulders back away from the ears. Use the biceps to go deeper. For 3, 2, relax the neck. 1. Halfway lift, inhale. Take the hands to the hips. Get really strong in the backs of the legs. Keep a flat back, rise up. Hop the feet together. Press the palms together. Reconnect with intention. One more. Drop the hips. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders, ground the right foot, pick the left foot up, send it to the back of the mat, lower the left knee down, untuck the left toes. Inhale, reach the arms up, Kapiasana. If this is too much, both hands press into lower right thigh and just take both hips back. Otherwise, you're really pressing the right foot down. You're using lower abdominals to anchor, and then you're lifting the thoracic spine up, up, up out of the pelvis. One more here. Good. Slowly bring it up. Hands plant to frame the right foot. Slide the left knee back a couple inches. Straighten the right leg. Flex the right toes up towards the ceiling. Halfway lift. Inhale. This is a good place for blocks underneath the hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen again. Take your toes. Externally rotate the right hip so the toes point out laterally and fold. A little different. Inhale, halfway lift. Internally rotate so the toes point in and fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Slide the sole of the right foot forward towards the mat. Untuck the back toes. Stay here. Press the palms together or hover the back knee for 3. Shoulders over hips for 2. For 1. Let it go. Now tuck the left toes. Plant the hands to frame the right foot. Send the right leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Stack the hips. Roll it open. Stay here or flip your dog. Right foot finds the floor behind you. The hips lift. The right arm reaches forward. If you flipped your dog, bring the right knee up and into the chest. You're going to step towards the top of the mat. We're all going to meet in easy twist. The right foot plants. The right arm reaches up. We squeeze the feet towards each other. Stay. You could spin onto the outer edges of the feet and reach the right arm back. Next inhale, right arm reaches up and forward. Walk both hands towards the left long edge of the mat. Toes in just a little bit, heels out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. You could walk the hands through the legs. For 2, strong outer legs. Last one. Halfway lift, inhale. Side lunge now towards the back of the mat. Turn the left toes out about 45 degrees. Bend the left knee. It tracks over the toes. Straighten the right leg. Stay or go in a little deeper. Drop the left hip towards the left heel. For 3, 2, 1. Okay. Spin it around. Face the back of the mat. Press the fingertips down. Inhale, lift the chest. Good. On the exhale, walk the fingertips forward a little bit more, standing split. Stay. Maybe left hand to left heel, draw forehead to shin. Maybe square off the hips, right toes point down, hands plant, and you take these little baby hops. For 3, 2, 1. Fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, rise up, chair pose. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, take the torso to the thighs. Ground the right foot. Pick the left heel up and squeeze it towards your glute. Squeeze the knees together for 2. If you hate this, bring both hands down to the floor or to blocks. From here, start to extend the left leg back. Keep the right knee bent. Left leg is straight for 2. Left toes land, left heel spins down. Inhale, chest lifts. You could stay here and really get into the heart opener, or you could build some more heat. Drop the shoulder, the right shoulder to the inside of the right thigh. Take the crown of the head and move it forward. Take the right hip and squeeze it back. For 2, 1. Release that bind. Walk both hands beyond the top left corner of the mat, like downward facing dog. Good. Walk both hands towards the left long edge of the mat again. This time, turn the heels in, toes out, drop the hips, reach the arms. Goddess. Activate all the way through to the fingertips. Stay or lift the heels. We got 20 Kapalabhati. Ready? And go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Warrior 2 towards the front of the mat. Bend the left knee. Check the placement. Reach the arms long. On the next exhale, extended side angle, left forearm to left thigh or left hand to the floor to the inside or outside of the left foot. You're going to reach that right arm forward, take the right pinky, wrap it down, and then from there, draw the left shoulder back. For 2. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, internally rotate at the shoulder, bend the right elbow, find a little bind here. Keep that bind. Reach the left arm up and back. A little reverse warrior, straighten the left leg. Keep your little half bind. Reach the left arm forward, toe heel the right foot in once or twice. Keep reaching the left arm forward as the right hip moves back. Half bound Trikanasana. So the left hand is either onto the shin or resting on a block. Take the right hip, pull it back. Take the right shoulder, pull it back, and take the inner shoulders and draw them back away from the ears. For 2. And 1 more. Look forward. Little bend in the left knee. Keep your half bind if you want a little extra challenge. Traction that left foot back to take the torso forward. Half moon. Now, if you want to get rid of the bind, you can. We will be back, so I wouldn't be too focused on trying to get this another shape or switch your gaze. I just want you to balance a little bit. Fold forward, top of the mat. Release the right foot next to the left. Toe heel the feet about hip width distance. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Ground the left foot, pick the right foot up, send the right toes to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee down, untuck the toes, reach the arms up. Press the sole of the left foot down. Remember, you can always take hands to knees, hands to blocks, where you reach. For 3. 2, find that center in your lower abdomen. Keep that engaged. 1 more. Press the left foot down, fingertips plant to frame the left leg. Slide the right knee back a couple inches, straighten the left leg, flex the toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen, externally rotate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, internally rotate. Exhale, fold. Be easy. We're not going super crazy here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Straighten out that left foot. Take the sole of the left foot back down. Untuck the back toes. Reach the palms to heart center. Stay or hover that right knee for 3. For 2. Let it go. Lower the right knee down. Plant the hands to frame the left foot. Pick the left foot up. Send it up and back. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee. It should feel really good. You could take hip circles or you could flip your dog. How slowly can you take the left foot back behind? Keep pushing the right palm down. If you took the flip dog, left knee up and in towards the chest, then rotate, then land. Easy twist. Right palm plants underneath right shoulder. Left arm reaches up. That's where we meet. If you want to get into that outer hip a little more, spin onto the outer edges of the feet and drop the right hip. On the next inhale, reach the left arm up and forward and walk both hands towards the right long edge of the mat. Take the hands to the hips, check your feet, just make sure they're slightly internally rotated. Use your legs to rise up. Interlace fingers behind the back, press the palms together. Open up the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw deeper. Notice how much deeper you can get when you activate Uddiyana Bandha. So that's drawing the navel in at the bottom of every exhale. Good. One more. Inhale, take a halfway lift, release that bind, fingertips plant underneath the shoulders, turn the right toes out about 45 degrees, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. You can stay right here, or you could drop in a little deeper for 2. A little more. Spin to face the back of the mat. Turn those right toes to point forward. Drop the hips, lift the chest, inhale. On the exhale, slide forward, standing split. Again, maybe hand to heel, maybe little hops. For 3, for 2. Release that left foot down to meet the right. Drop the hips low, reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, interlace fingers, weird thumb in front. Open up the chest, inhale. Exhale, torso to thighs. Send the hips back, round the left foot, pick the right heel up, draw it in towards the bum. Keep that left knee bent. Squeeze the knees together. Start to extend the right leg back. Slowly, all the way there. Super strong right leg. Then land the right toes down. Right heel spins down. Inhale, chest lift. Stay here. Or exhale, drop in for the heat. Keep the jaw soft for 3. Keep reaching the crown forward for 2. Connect with the strength in the back leg. Release both hands down. Walk them beyond the top right corner of the mat and fold. Walk both hands towards the right long edge of the mat. Turn the heels in, toes out, back to goddess. Let's get into the side body a little bit. Take the right forearm to the right thigh and just reach the left arm to the right. Come back up through center. And then do the same thing other side. Left forearm down, right arm reaches to the left. Come on back up through center. Warrior 2. Good. Go ahead and set up for your extended side angle. Right forearm down to the inner thigh or right hand down to the floor. Can you find the counter force between the right thigh and the right arm? Can you press that right foot down and squeeze that right hip back so it's like moving energetically towards the left heel? Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Internally rotate the left shoulder. Reach the left arm behind the back. Keep your half bind. One more. Keep the hips low. Just rise up and back, reverse warrior. Keep the half bind. Straighten the right knee. And then reach the right hand forward. Toe heel the left foot forward. Left hip moves back. Right hand reaches. Then right hand down to block or shin. What I want you to do is focus on the length between the right shoulder and the right hip. So instead of worrying about touching your toes or the floor, think about length. Press the hips to the left. Get ready. Look down. A little bend in the right knee. Get your block if you know you want to use it. Traction that right foot back to bring the entire torso forward. Keep your half bind if you want it. For 3, 2, let it go. Standing split. Release the left foot to meet the right. Toe heel the feet mat width. Toes out, heels in, drop in. Malasana. Keep the chest lifted. For 2. All right. Let's take a seat. Just drop your butt down or come to a seat. And we will breathe a little bit together. So before we get into inversions, I want us to really connect with the steadiness that the breath provides. So find your tall spine, soften the eyelids down or close the eyes completely. And then take both hands to the heart. Now notice the sensation, the physical sensation of the breath. You could feel almost the vibration of the air as it moves up and down behind the palms. And then return to intention here. Consider how you could really grow your access to intuition just by really connecting with this space behind the palms. And keep that with you. Let that intuition guide you in your next step here. I'm going to talk about doing hollowback at the wall. It sounds crazier than, and it looks crazier than it actually is. So let me just offer this up though. If that's out of the question today, you just here for the heart openers, come to your fours, and you could even use your blocks here to go a little deeper since we're warmer now. And you'll just kind of slide your knees back or slide the blocks forward until you get to this puppy pose shape with a little bit more extension, or excuse me, flexion at the shoulder. What I want you to do if you're doing this is really press down through the palms, engage the outer shoulder, draw the navel in, and then let the expansion in the thoracic spine happen from there. So hang out there. And if you're with me going upside down, we're going to play with headstand, pressing from headstand into forearm stand. We're going to do it against a wall. So go grab some wall space. My headstand setup is going to be fingers interlaced. My knuckles are like 4 inches, 5 inches from the wall. I take the back of my head, I set it right there in the basket that I just made with my hands. I look at my elbows and I squeeze them in tight, so as tight as I possibly can. Now press the elbows down and draw the shoulders back away from the ears. Toes tuck, walk the feet in. Hug your knees in, and then maybe you can take your feet to the wall behind you. Once you find that, that's like kind of your little guide and it helps you stay balanced. What I'm trying to kind of drill is how much force you have to press down into the floor with to really stabilize the shoulders and hollow back. So you're going to drive the elbows down and lift the head right up out of the hands. You can keep the fingers interlaced, and I'm already in this hollow back shape, and just start to press your rib cage out. Remember, the navel hugs in. The navel hugs in. The navel hugs in. Keep pushing for 3. Remember the steadiness of that breath for 2. Good. 1 more here. Let that go. Take it second in child's pose. Pretty intense, isn't it? Slowly come on up. All right. So that was one hollow back shape. You could totally do that away from the wall if you feel pretty comfortable with your forearm stand. Or I would recommend just staying at the wall for a while. One other option, before we do this again, we're going to try this a second time. One other option is taking your hands to the wall and just dropping your chest. It feels so good. That's a nice one too. So, all right. For round 2, if you would like, you could take this into a handstand hollow back. So we've got our hands about shoulder width distance apart. My hips are going to be, or my fingers are going to be like 1.5 foot away from the wall. I'm going to kick up, find the wall, try not to break your windows, and then slide your feet down. Some people can straighten their legs. Some people keep their knees bent. And then you'll push just like before. Remember, the navel's got to draw in towards the spine, so you protect the low back. One more. Let it go. Fold forward. Let's all meet in like this nice, easy forward fold, feet about hip width, and just let your arms kind of dangle. Keep the knees really bent. Take the head, say yes and no. And then we'll slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Shake it out a little bit. Couple other big ones. We're going to do Natarajasana. So with this, a strap really does come in handy. You could totally do it without a strap. But the nice thing about a strap is you can really get the chest opener by holding the strap with both arms. So to do this without a strap, I'm going to ground my left foot, bend my right knee, catch the inside of my right foot, take my tailbone and root it down so that it's moving towards my left big toe. All right, try to keep your knees together. You'll reach the left arm up and then just kind of kick the foot into the hand. With the strap, you make a little loop. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And slide that loop around your right foot. My tendency when I do this, because I have tight shoulders, is to let my elbows splay open like this. So try as best you can to bring your elbows in tight. And then from here, you'll keep the chest lifted and just start to walk the hands down the strap. When you walk to a point of kind of like maximum stretch, then you'll start to kick the foot into the strap. Keep squeezing the elbows in. If you're not doing it already, get in for 3, 2, 1. Don't rush your way out of it. Just come out slowly, and we'll shake it out. Do the other side. I'm going to actually that was a little tight around my foot, so I'm just going to loop the belt kind of back through so that it's not pulling so tight on the foot. All right, next side. So go ahead and ground the right foot and slide that block or that strap around the left foot. Go ahead and set your gaze. Put a little bend in the right knee. Walk the hands up the strap. Walk the hands up the strap. Walk, walk, walk. Kick, 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 kick. Try to get 5 breaths for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it out. Take a nice big reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, spread the fingers wide. We'll do a little reset of the shoulders. Take crow pose or crow prep. Press the knees into the backs of the upper arms. Lift off. One foot up, maybe both feet up. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. Vinyasa. Downward facing. All right, on the next inhale, send the right leg up and back. On the exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Step the right foot between the hands. Toe heel the right foot out to the right. Rise up, crescent lunge. Hug the ribs in. Press the palms together, heart center. Drop that left knee to hover for 3, for 2, 1. Lower the left knee down. Take the right hand to the outside of the right thigh. Slide the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press the palms together. You could stay. You could straighten the back leg. You could take a half or full. Let's see if you can take your right hip and kind of pull it back. Press the crown forward. Squeeze the left glute. Lower back down. Look forward. Press the palms together. We're going into warrior 3. Take that left knee, lift it up. Traction the right foot back. Your right leg is going to be tired, so it's okay to be wobbly. It's okay to fall. That's the point of this. We're finding our edge. One more breath. Keep lifted. Take the right hand down to block or floor, and we'll open it up, half moon. Yep, left arm up. You could bend left knee, reach left hand for the outside of the shin or the ankle, and then kick if you want Chapasana. For 2. Standing split, release that, let it go, fold forward. You could do a little handstand, of course, always in standing split if you want that. Take the hands, plant them, lift the right heel, take little kicks. Otherwise, if you're with me, we're going to bend the right knee, lower the left knee to the floor. Inhale, get into Kapiasana. And we're going to go big this time. If you want to go even deeper, you could reach the hands to the floor or to blocks and work on using that ability to press into the hands to lift, pull the chest up and forward and retract the shoulders back. For 2. 1. Rise. Send the hips back. For half Hanuman Asana, you could stay. You could slide the left knee back. You could be somewhere in the middle. Blocks are awesome here. Keep the chest up. Keep the left knee pointing down. Maybe even keep the left toes tucked to make sure you stay square. 1 more. Slowly rise back to half Hanuman Asana. We're just kind of slowing down here, so allow the breath to slow down. Turn the right toes out, and we'll find our way into lizard. Roll onto the outer edge of the right foot and really flex the toes to protect the knee. And then settle in. You could stay on hands. You could come to forearms. You could bend the back knee, catch the outside of the foot, and just take a little kick. And then it becomes more of a back bend here. 1 more. Exhale, release. Plant the hands. You can take Kundinyasana B out of here. So you could lift the back leg and plant that right hand to the outside of the right foot, and the left hand plants underneath left shoulder. And then just kind of toe heel your right foot forward and to the right. Drop the chest. Maybe lift the back leg. And then Vinyasa. Or you could just step it on back and forget about it. Other side. Inhale. Sends the left leg up. Exhale. Step the left foot forward between the hands. Widen out the stance. And inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, press the palms together, heart center. Lower the right knee to hover. We got 5 here. Soften the face. Let the heat build. Make sure it's hovering. So we're not doing like this. We're hovering. 1 more. And bring it all the way down. Left hand to the outside of left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Set up for that twist. You can press the palms. Lift back leg. Open arms or bind. If you lift the back leg, really commit to straightening. Last one. Slowly release. Get ready. Torso forward. Take off. Warrior 3. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the right toes pointing down. Internally rotate that right thigh so you feel connection to the abdomen. Keep the thoracic extension. 1 more breath here. Exhale, left hand down to block or floor. Right arm reaches up. Right heel presses back in space. Stay here. Bend the right knee. Catch the outside of the shin or the ankle. Look down if you're doing this one so you can keep balance. Keep a tiny little bend there in the left knee. 1 more. Exhale, let it go. Standing split. Both hands down. Left hand maybe to left heel. Maybe hands plant. And you take little hops. We're eventually going to make our way into Kapiasana. So find your way there. Reach the arms up. Or take the hands to blocks like before. Whatever works. Good. We got 1 more. Send the hips back for half or full Hanuman Asana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. You could stay or work the right knee back. Remember, chest stays lifted for 3, for 2, for 1. Press it back up to half. Move the blocks out of the way. Heel that left foot over to the left. You can walk the hands forward. Let that left thigh fall away, but really be active in the left toes. Close the eyes. Any variation here for 2, for 1. Let that go. Both hands plant underneath the shoulders. Lift the back knee. Take the left hand to the outside of the left foot if you're playing with Kundi B. Shoulders forward. And then you can send the leg back. Lift the chest. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale through the nose. Out the mouth. On the next inhale, heels up, knees bend. Look forward. Come to kneeling. You thought we were done. We got just a couple rounds of camel and then we'll wrap it up. So knees about hip width, shoulder heads back, tailbone forward, chest is up. Turn on lower abdominals. And if you want to go there, maybe hands to heels. If you catch the heels, hips press forward, head softens back. Head is the last thing up. Take a seat, hands to heart. Close the eyes. Connect. Maybe now there's a pulsation beneath the palms. It's imagining that pulse and making its way through every cell. Force that sustains us and sustains life. Keep that. Open the eyes. Rise up. Hands to low back. Chest lifts. Round 2. If you're feeling extra bendy and you want to do something different, you could totally play with like Kali Mudra hands. Just remember, it's critical that you press the hips forward and you engage the low abdomen if you're going to do that, because you really can dump a lot into the low back without enough support there. So if you're doing that variation, you'll take Kali Mudra. You could take the thumbs to the brow to begin and just see how that feels. Just start to curl the spine. You could hang there and then eventually come out. You can invert or stay seated for the next few breaths just to absorb. And then we'll go ahead and vinyasa. Last vinyasa here. Bend the knees, look forward, come to your seats, lie down. Before we go drop in for rest, let's just take a little reset here in the hips. So take the feet about hip width distance, hands by the hips, ground the feet, traction them back to lift the pelvis up off the floor. You could stay Right here, you could slide the hands underneath the um, sacrum for a little extra support. If you really want more back bends, of course, you could take wheel. It's fine. For 2. Let it go. Cross the right thigh over the left, catch the shins or the outer edges of the feet there, and then just gently press the feet back into the hands. Take that right hip and press it away. Release the arms to cactus. Shift the hips over to the right. Drop the knees to the left. Look back to the right. Now, let the breath now start to become more natural, less forced. Shift the hips back to center. Cross the left thigh over the right. Catch the feet or the shins. Make some length on the left side by pressing the left hip away, and then just really activate the legs, because what we're doing is resetting the low back. And then release the arms, shift the hips over to the left, drop the knees to the right, look back to the left. There is this kind of quality of vulnerability with back bends. And they can sometimes leave us, bring the knees back through center, shift the hips, happy baby. Can leave us feeling a little kind of wired. So it's important after deep back bends like this that energetically we take some time to come down. Take over your space here, your mat. Tuck the shoulder blades under. Just allow all the big joints in the body to soften. Notice what happens when you bring awareness to the space between the eyebrows. The face, the jaw, soft. The breath, natural. Just letting this physical body that does not define us kind of dissolve away. Imagine like it's like a statue of salt just placed in the ocean. And as that physical sensation leaves, we can connect more clearly with who we really are. Stay here as long as you'd like. If you're with me, we'll start to deepen breath. And as we deepen our inhalations, just imagine that that energy is moving, that breath is moving beyond the physical limits of this body. You can bring back a little movement to the periphery, the fingers and the toes, the wrists, the ankles. The arms can reach up overhead, draw the legs together, take a long body stretch here. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Walk the feet in one at a time. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock over to one side. And press yourself up. Keep the eyes closed as you find this seat. Take the palms, rub them together, bring back some heat there. Place the palms on the chest. Just remembering that we are not defined by this body. We are not defined by this mind. We are the light within our own hearts. Lift the palms up off the chest wall. Keep that awareness of this heart space. You press the palms together. We'll take a cleansing breath to close. Inhale, fill up. Out the mouth. Inhale, thumbs to brow. Exhale to bow forward, sealing your practice. Namaste.